Welcome, one and all, to the Lost Lore Library. I am joined by the Brass Drake, who has become famous, sort of, for doing tier lists. So we're going to do a tier list of many monsters. We'll see how many we get through these, Brass.
All of them.
All of
We,
them.
we ain't going to give up. That's going to look bad.
We're going to give up immediately because we won't know any of these.
I know all of them. I'm already making an individual video on every single monster in this list, plus more, because I'm doing the new monster manual, which has more monsters.
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about the new one here because that would be stealing your future content. Do go subscribe to the Brass Drake. He is linked below. Although YouTube never lets me tag you. I think your settings might be busted. But we will
bloody no.
continue. We will continue before people get bored and click away in the first 2 minutes because their attention spans are shot from too much TikTok. Right, we have this little dude, the Aboleth. Check out these super sexy Dragon Eye dice that I got sent from onlycrits.com. If you want some dice like these, click the link below in the description or go to onlycrits.com/lostlore for a 10% discount. Use Lost Lore at checkout.
The Aboleth, I got a video on these guys coming up. It'll be the second video because of the second monster in the monster manual. Here's my issue with Aboleths. They're supposed to be an all-knowing, all-powerful eldritch entity, but they're CR10 with 150 HP. Like, this is... They should either be way higher, or... I don't know, just make them more powerful. They've got funny abilities. They can make you...
I think the problem with Aboleths isn't mechanical. I think the problem with Aboleths is they are supposed to be the enemies of the gods. And as you say, they are CR10.
Yeah, they're CR10. I don't understand that. Because, like, you could have a debate, who's going to win, an Aboleth or an Ancient Dragon, that type of thing. Because realistically, that should be a lot closer than it actually is. But I guess...
you know how I feel about Cthulhu-type shit. It's a little bit...
I don't mind it. It's fine. I think Aboleth, it's let down by its stat block. It should be like the Astral Dreadnought in the...
Are we thinking D? I think D.
I think C, because lore-wise, they're interesting, and mechanically, they got good mechanics. They're just really low CR for what they're supposed to be.
I like the idea of... Because is it Aboleths or Krakens that turn your skin translucent?
I think it's Aboleths. They got a mucus ability, which makes you breathe underwater, and if you're outside of water, you can't gain hit points.
I'm gonna say C then, based purely on that ability, because that I find
and they've got like mind control and shit. So they've got good abilities. They just have their shit stats.
Have you ever fought an Aboleth? I don't think you have. I think I have.
No. I think I ran one and then it died in one hit.
Yeah, I think that's where I fought one. Aarakocras.
I got a video on these guys.
Yeah,
I'd say put them in. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say F. F is reserved for the actually.
You know why I'm putting them in F? You know why I'm putting them in F?
What is that?
They are now a playable race with a fly speed out the box.
Yeah, but that
I hate them.
I put them in D because you can they're okay as monsters, but they're actually slightly overpowered because they can fly about. Considering I think they're like CR1 quarter, which makes no sense because they're like on the same level as a goblin.
I would actually put these guys in the Hoomst tier or like the trash pile if it was a playable race. But considering we're talking about monsters, if these are CR1 quarter, as you say, and they are sort of goblins with wings, wouldn't that make them S tier? If we're just talking about them being monsters?
No, because number one, I think they should actually be higher CR for what they are, not because I don't understand why that thing, a fucking big old flying eagle with a spear, is on the same level as a goblin and the kobold.
So we're saying it doesn't really fit.
It doesn't. I'd say D tier because is another wing on it. It's what I'm doing in my videos. Do they have synergy with other monsters in the monster manual? And the answer is not really. Because these in the new monster manual, different story, different ranking. Not gonna spoil, but with these guys, there's only one Aarakocra monster. It's I think a CR1 quarter. You could use it as like minions for a blue dragon or whatever, but they are gonna be fly swatted at
Man,
any
you
level.
were coming at this a lot more crunchy than I intended to. I will go with a D because I
Yeah, I
don't
think
like them.
yeah, I don't.
Uh,
On their own, there's not like goblins at least have synergy, orcs have synergy, gnolls have
mhm,
synergy,
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Aarakocra are just kind of there.
Yeah, agreed. Who is next? What's this? I can't tell what this is.
That I believe is
Oh,
the
that's
spore,
the
spore
one
that
that
blows up.
explodes. Yeah,
That thing, I think they have 1 HP, and their whole point is you're supposed
it's
to
supposed to
kill it,
pop. Yeah,
and then it poisons you and you die. I think it's a funny monster, so I would put it in C because it's like it's an unexpected thing that your players are going to remember because it's like, oh, look at this,
I
because it's a
remember.
large sized creature too.
Was it Sibo the gnome that had issues with these? I think
No, it
Sibo
was
ran into some. I'm getting. I think Dave had to deal with them as Sibo back in the day,
he might have done, yeah. But like the funny thing about them is they're a large sized creature, so they're the size of a beholder. They look like a beholder.
and
That's
then they
the
go
whole
pop.
point. And they
Right,
die in one hit,
right.
and then now you've got 12 days to live. Like that's
All right.
basically how it
Are we
works.
doing it above or below the aboleth?
I'd say
I
above because it
I agree.
actually fulfills its purpose. It's designed. I don't know about that violet fungus, mate. I mean,
S tier mushroom.
look, it's a fungus.
It's
There's not
bloody lethal, is what it
there's
is.
not a lot of fungus enemies in the book. Um, and there's definitely not a lot of high tier fungus enemies. But for a low level party, just like the gas spore, I'd say put it in C and put it below.
I mean, I like it because specifically it's purple, and your character loves purple things, so it was just
I know
the perfect bait.
I had to be held back.
We had to very much insist that the party held you back as well, because they weren't paying attention. Is that an air elemental?
That is an air elemental.
This I'm putting an A.
I think all of the elementals they're pretty they're solid monsters. The only thing I have a problem with, but I guess it wouldn't work in D&D, but the way I design elementals is I don't understand how you can damage an air elemental with a sword.
Well,
I
that's
don't
why I like the way you've done air elementals in your campaign, where you just can't, and they have become a true threat.
yeah.
But in case of air elemental, I think you do need magical weapons to hurt this thing.
Well,
Do check. If you don't, then it's going down. Just like
elemental
if we
from
find the bloody
the
polar bear and it doesn't have cold resistance, that's going to be in F tier.
It is only resistant to non-magical attacks.
Oh, in that case, it's going down.
It's
tier.
immune only to poison.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. I homebrew these things so hard, I forget the actual stat block.
Elementals should be way more powerful than they actually are in the book.
Yeah,
Because they are just living forces of
Can we say
nature.
beer? Low beer? Oh well,
Low beer.
Freudian slip. I'd like a beer, please.
Yeah, B tier is good for the elementals, I think.
Black dragons, I would actually put over in either A or S. I think A. I think the line breath lets it down.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think all the dragons are going to be at least A each.
Yeah.
Every single one. This isn't a dragon tier list ranking. Where some of them might go down to B and C in a dragon tier list, but this compared to other monsters.
Oh yeah, in like the menagerie of menagerie of monsters that we've got going on here.
Keep it in high A for now.
High A. We'll see where we end up.
I actually do think I mean, actually, no. This is the 5e 2014 Monster Manual, where arguably the dragons are the worst designed.
Yes, but they're still dragons.
They're still really well designed compared to the other monsters. But yeah, that's why I'm not going to say solid S. Keep it in A.
Yeah, A tier, definitely. Blue Dragon, above, I would say. I think there's a lot more you can do with a Blue Dragon in terms of a BBEG or like an overarching villain.
I think
the Black Dragon is kind of confined to being the horror villain in its own territory. The Blue Dragon will have far-reaching political things going on.
I think Blue could go in S. Because I still think the dragons are, compared to other monsters in the 2014 Monster Manual, mechanically very sound. The blue dragon does a lot of damage. It's the second most powerful dragon.
Well, let's think in terms of lore, not just mechanics.
But the lore, blue dragons are very like they are BBG material. They have somewhat good synergy. The only problem, I think that is the one thing that lets it down. Black Dragon has quite a lot because you've got Yuan Ti in this book. You've got Naga, you've got Slimes, you've got Undead, you've got Death Knights, Liches. There's so many things you can ally a Black Dragon with. A Blue Dragon, I think, is more allied with like humanoid enemies.
Well, that's
'Cause
what,
it
that's
likes
what
to
makes
have
them, I think,
guilds.
better, to be honest, because
Yeah.
they have a more variety of allies they can draw from.
I guess because of because they have that bigger variety, technically they have more synergy because you can put almost any you could put an animated armor, golems.
They are kings and generals. They want to have a land.
They
and
will
want to have
lord
animals.
over any
Indeed.
creature in this monster manual that they can. So
High
yeah,
A. High A.
keep them at top of A for now. Yeah. Well, we know where what next one's going.
Yeah. The next who?
True.
I think this is probably going to be a low A tier just because they can make for very good allies.
I think
like the metallic dragons aren't really things you're going to be fighting all that much.
Yeah, I think brass dragons it's an S tier NPC to meet. It's not an S tier monster because as for a monster, it's very weak. Although I did do an analysis of it, and they're actually stronger than I gave them credit for. But yeah, it's for in terms of the dragons, it is the weakest dragon. It's the coolest looking dragon.
It does look cool.
At least that in the metallics, anyway. Because you know I've got the statuette, and it looks fucking badass. The shitty breath attack is what lets it down. It's awful.
The sleep breath is pretty good,
but the sleep breath is phenomenal.
And if anyone wants to see a good brass dragon spotlight, you should go down on my channel and see what Brass here actually made as a souped up brass dragon encounter boss, which was very, very fun.
Yeah, and watch my brass dragon video. I compare the 2014 to the 2024.
You'll have to redo that when your channel gets a little bit more well known.
Yeah. It's gonna be it'll be one of those things. But anyway, brass dragon, I think
low A.
Yeah,
it's still a dragon.
It's still an A.
Still a dragon.
I actually think the next one now, the bronze, goes lower than brass.
I agree.
Because it's not as interesting.
I agree. And then we'll just move on. This is the copper, which I actually think is higher.
Why?
I like... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Copper is the aquatic dragon that kind of swims along shorelines.
That's bronze.
Oh man, I've actually got this the wrong way around.
Copper. I don't know what they are in 2014.
No,
I know
I'm swapping him there then.
I know in 2024 the copper they lean very heavily into the Fey aspect, and they're also the acid breath one. They're also, I think they're supposed to be the prankster dragon, but then it also shows brass dragon. The brass and copper get mixed up all the fucking time.
Well, yeah, and I just mixed up bronze and copper.
I do, yeah. That's the problem with all three of these, to be honest. But brass is definitely higher than copper. Bronze is a weird one because I think it's got more potential as an ally.
I like the idea of the aquatic dragon, bronze dragon, because one, I think they got the idea from Bronze Age Greek navies. That's why I think the bronze does the aquatic stuff. I could be making that up, but that's my headcanon for it at the very least. I also like how they are sort of pirate hunters. I like that because there's a lot of dangerous stuff. It's nice to have a friendly creature or a lawful creature at least.
Well, bronze dragons, I believe, are the lawful stupid dragon. They are not necessarily stupid, but they're very
righteous.
They're like a paladin of the sea. And they just go around and they're not kind dragons. They're not that chatty like brass. They're more of an enemy of my enemy, and then it wants you to get the hell out of his territory once the blue dragon's been defeated. But I think design wise, it's nowhere near as cool as the brass. I think it is the most basic looking dragon out of all the true dragons.
I agree. I'll put him there. We'll come back to him maybe. Is the copper?
That's a good spot.
Copper is just a rip off of brass, so that goes lower. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot because copper I think is probably the weakest.
Right. Green dragon S tier.
Depends how you run it.
It's got a cone breath. If you run it as you're supposed to, go and check out my video on how to dragon, where it's a cunning political adversary that's not going to take the party head on unless it really has to, but it will pick people off. It's like a black dragon, but with a wider scope of ambition. So
The thing is, I think green and blue need to be pretty much next to each other because they can both do pretty much the exact same thing. The only difference is that green
accept
is more
this.
subtle.
I will accept that.
Yeah, that's good. Green is more subtle about it. That's the only difference, really.
But I think Green Dragon is the most interesting villain of dragons, in my humble opinion, anyway. Silver Dragons are S tier.
Yeah, I agree. They're just
Direct
the
S tier.
straight best metallic dragon.
Yeah, and they are probably very much like the green. They are cunning and strategic, but they're kind of on the side of good with it. So I think just because they're a good dragon and silver is a pretty color, I think they should be slightly above, although I would say they're probably equal because they have the same job on opposite sides of the fence, if that makes sense. White dragons?
White dragons have grown on me. I think that is a good place because number one, they have very good potential as a monster to fight. Which this is the monster manual, but also they're not as dumb and personality devoid as people think they are. They're not as animalistic.
They're not stupid.
Like Fizzbands actually does a good job at fleshing out the dragon because if you look at the white dragon layer, there's little things, there's behavioral quirks that the white dragon can do. Like for example, it might have a throne made out of bones and ivory and all that type of thing from some barbarian lord, and anyone who visits its lair has to sit in the throne while the dragon recounts the grisly death of the throne's previous owner.
That's cool. That's in Fizzbands, is it? I don't remember that.
That is in Fizzbands, yeah. It's like personality. There was another one that that was it. A door that belonged to some ancient palace or something that it has crumbled into dust, and it's got it in its lair. And every now and then, it will knock on the door and role play with itself. And it will knock on the door and go, "Nobody's home," over and over again because they're not that smart.
I like to think of them as Jurassic Park, the raptor coming out of the bushes, and the guy going, "Clever girl." That's their kind of intelligence.
Yeah. And also the environment they're in
like
is
because
immense.
you can fight them early. They're a good early dragon.
Yeah, they're a perfect introduction to adult dragons. They got the environment they're in is challenging as fuck. Probably one of the deadliest environments you can be in if run properly. The only problem that lets them down, they don't have good synergy. They don't really have minions per se.
Well, they're not really supposed to. They are supposed to be.
They're lone hunters.
They are the environment dragon. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But it's easy to weave them into a story because you go into the Arctic and either you get ambushed by it, or there could be some tribesfolk or
you're in their territory.
Or something like that.
We're going to have to move along. That Sphinx?
Is
that an andro or a gyno? I can't tell.
I think there's only one. No, there is two. I can see the other one. That's the male Sphinx.
The male is not the riddle teller, is he?
I honestly cannot remember.
I can't remember either. I do like Sphinxes. I've never
I've
never ran one. I've never fought one. How about you?
I haven't ran one, but obviously there's really good potential for running one if you're doing a desert theme campaign. I'd say put both Sphinxes next to each other in B tier.
If I'm going to be honest, I've got to put it in Hoomst because as much as I like the legend of the Sphinx, I've never actually ran a Sphinx.
I know
I tell a lie. I ran one in 4th edition in high school.
Nice. But the thing about Sphinx, even though we've never ran one, we kind of know what we do
based on the law. High C, low B?
I'd say put them in...
Because they're a one and done thing. Like they asked them...
They are a one and done, yeah. Put them in high C, yeah.
Is that animated armor?
That is animated armor. I'd say...
I really like animated armor.
Yeah, it's a solid low-level monster.
You're going into the Wizard's Tower. Here's an animated armor.
Yeah, it synergizes with magical villains. So, yeah, it's dipping...
Low B?
Yeah, put them in B. I think B is a good place for just monsters that do their job.
B's a good... Yeah, just you do your job well. Well done.
Ankeg...
Oh, I love Ankegs. I would put them in B, but above the animated armor because there's a bit more to them with the good.
Yeah, because they can ambush you out of the ground and things.
Remember that time that I buried Wayne's character Milo in the ground with a dying Ankeg, and you had to try and dig him out before he suffocated.
It's a shame we had to save him. The Azure, the next guy, I'm going to put in Hoomst. I would, because I know these guys are little fire elemental dwarves. I don't know their lore. They're they're
They are
tiny fire
dwarves that
giants.
were stolen by the fire giants and enslaved, but also I've never really ran any, so I
They're
couldn't.
also
I can't give
the
an opinion.
only thing I know about them is they're ridiculously low CR. They're like CR1.
For a guy that's on fire, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the Jurigar, but they're not in this book. Yeah, Baylor is S tier.
I mean, we don't even have to think about that. The Baylor is that. I would actually put the Baylor probably above these as a monster to fight. This is a BBEG.
I wouldn't put it top of S only because it's let down by its stats in 5e.
Yeah, I'll put it below S.
It has been neutered quite a bit.
This is a basilisk, isn't it?
That is a basilisk. C tier because they do their job, but the petrification is really low DC. It's like a DC 11 or something. So
and then there's
really
like several saves that you can take. So it is a bit. The thing is, if you ever play Baldur's Gate 1, there is an entire section of the world where there is just mass amounts of basilisks. And the game gives you a friendly ghoul ally because he's immune to petrification.
Yeah.
Eventually he turns on you. But for a while, he's just like, I'm helping my new friends. And he's just killing these basilisks for you. But you actually do have to worry about petrification in that game because it is just death.
Yes. I mean, it would be for a low level 5e group as well.
Yeah.
You're level 2 when you fight these things.
Who the fuck's this?
That is a bearded devil.
Oh, they're just the front line guys, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just devil soldiers.
I guess B.
I put it C because I mean yeah.
I mean, he does his job, but not well.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're fodder.
I guess we put it below the Sphinx.
Yeah, you're not going to be like interested and excited to fight that. Now, a Behir.
They are the dragon killing hunter things, aren't they?
That Behir is a really nice dungeon boss.
I've never used one. I can't remember if I fought
one. I have used one. I can't remember was it last campaign or might be the Fader Isles. It's basically it's very similar to the Frost Salamander that you managed to avoid in the Frost Hag encounter that was out front. It's just kind of like with the Boulets and things which are coming up, I can see. This is just a really cool monster boss.
A?
Yeah, I'll put it in A. Yeah, low A.
Above the dragon you don't like?
No, put it below the dragons because they're still legendary.
They are still dragons. Black pudding.
Black pudding.
I'm going to put in S tier.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that high.
Oh, come on.
I don't think it's better than
it's
dragons.
not than a dragon, no.
I'd say put it in. You can put it in A. Yeah, it's a good slime.
I like black puddings simply because they eat armor. They eat armor. They eat weapons.
They're a good slime. I'd say
they are what ended the cleric in my current campaign. Let's be honest, because they bogged him down, and the dragon finished him off. They synergize really well with black dragons. Really well.
Yeah. What's that? Bugbear?
I
think they're quite good because they work well with goblins. They work well with orcs.
B?
Yeah, put it in B. Put it in B because they're a really good threat for a level 1 group. It's like you got a bunch of goblins and a bugbear, and you think, oh shit, there's a bugbear.
Bullets. I quite like bullets. I would put them high B.
Yeah, they're very they're like a better Ankeg, if you think about it.
Yes, they are just an upgrade from the Ankeg, and also the name and the design is quite clever. I quite like it. Just digging around, for those that don't know, they will burrow and drag people in and kill them that way. I find suffocating and drowning is a really good way of getting rid of players. Players' characters.
Oh yeah, the players do. What the hell is that? Is that a centaur?
That's a centaur? I'm going to call it a centaur.
Yeah, I think it is the centaur. I'm looking at yeah. I honestly don't know with centaurs, to be honest, because never ran them, never been interested in them.
I've never bothered.
I guess we understand what a centaur is, but I don't remember what CR they are. They're not very high.
If I was to use centaurs, it would likely be as a herd with maybe one NPC that wasn't necessarily hostile, so I wouldn't even use them as a monster.
I would put them with next to the Aarakocra because they're about the same in that they don't really have. They're kind of out of place.
I prefer them to the Aarakocra thematically.
Fair enough.
Because they actually have a bit more mythology to them.
Oh, it's an no, that's not an
That's the Chain Devil.
Chain Devil. Now, Chain Devils, if I remember rightly, are actually quite powerful. So I put them above the Bearded Devil. Yeah, I think.
Just it's a devil.
Yeah.
Now, Kamara. Chimera, I like.
That is an interesting creature. I would put it with the Bahia or maybe a bit above.
Honestly, as much as I like the Chimera, I would actually put it just high A. High B. The reason is it's a really cool monster, but I had to do a lot of work to it to make it good.
It's very weak.
Yeah, I think for what it is, it could be a lot more interesting mechanically.
Yeah, I think as well the thing that lets it down, and the same thing with the Manticore, if we get to that, is it's a side boss.
Yeah, but
low level adventure. Oh, a dragon burnt my sheep, and then you go in the mountains, and it's not a dragon; it's a chimera.
That's exactly what I did to you guys in the Valhalla campaign. But the thing with Chimera is it's so unique in that you can give it a lot of abilities where it can't be outflanked. You can give it random attacks where the heads start arguing with each other. You can kill a head. You can give it the poison snake tail back, which I did. There's a lot you can do with it, but the base vanilla Chimera isn't very good. You can actually go and find my stat block on my X profile. I'll repost it sometime, tidy it up a little bit. That I did because there's so much you can do with it. The monster manual doesn't really go into it at all. What's next? The Chult.
Something like that.
Chult's a continent.
I'd put it next to the Ankeg. It's an insect dude. It grapples you. I think it's stronger than the Ankeg. Is interesting. I don't know if it has a burrow.
I like the Ankeg better only because you can make armor out of an Ankeg.
True.
Clay Golem.
Golem.
I think A.
I think most of the golems are. What I like about the Clay Golem in the world of D&D is that is the perfect village guardian. Because every village needs, that'd be more of an iron golem. But every village needs some kind of powerful magical defender in D&D in order to survive, and a Clay Golem's really good. The only thing I'm not too sure about with them is their berserk mode, where when they take too much damage, they go berserk and just start hitting everything, and it's like, why? It's just a golem made out of clay.
Clay Golems would be a very good minion for a green dragon.
Yeah, any golem would be a really good minion for most dragons. Clay is very good for green. It just thematically suits. And they are CR8, so they're still quite strong
tough
monsters.
Yeah. Might have to give some to Chuth. Right, that is a Cloaker.
Cloaker, yeah. Cloakers are cool. They're a cool design.
This is Ryan David's favorite aberration.
I didn't know they were an aberration. I thought they were a monstrosity. But yeah, Cloakers they're a cool design. They are lethal. I've never ran one.
This is a downgrade in artwork from first and second edition, I have to say.
Yeah,
have you seen the first edition art for these guys? It's just.
I have. You showed me. It's funny. No, but yeah, I put them in low B because I know they're probably a lot higher. I've not run one.
I would say they're probably above the Ankeg.
Yeah, they're a scary, cool monster for a low level pie.
Yeah, if for those that don't know, they suffocate you. I'm noticing a theme in B. If it suffocates you, it goes in B.
I mean, yeah, because it's.
I have no clue. Oh, that's Cloud Giant.
I think Cloud Giants they can be interesting. The problem with Giants is especially in 5e, mechanically they all suck. Other than Storm Giants, I don't remember if Cloud Giants have any abilities in 5e. I know they do in 2024, but I know most of the Giants are just rock, club, throw. I think Cloud Giants can be quite cool. I think they're a powerful giant. They can work well in like a Blue Dragon campaign, but I don't think they're that interesting. I put them in B somewhere.
Where in B?
I don't really know. I kind of anywhere in B, really.
I would say probably above the Chimera. Because they are, let's be honest, they are a giant that rides around on clouds. It's Jack and the Beanstalk. It's very thematically strong, but
mechanically not very.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got the Clay Golem and the Black Pudding in A.
Yeah, but the black pudding has an interesting mechanic, and it's a surprise, and it's very deadly.
Yeah, and the
Clay Golem is a very good minion.
The giant's more likely to be an NPC than a
I think a Cloud Giant specifically because they're not evil.
Cockatrice. I turned Josiah's druid into a statue with one, so immediate top S tier. What I
Nah,
did with this is I had a farmer that was a fae in disguise who cast the party with gathering his chickens, very Legend of Zelda. The last chicken they pick up was a cockatrice that immediately petrified them.
yeah. Now, I think cockatrice is better than basilisk. Fun fact: cockatrice is how basilisks are supposed to look, not big lizards. Yeah, put it there because
No, a
it's
basilisk is supposed to be a large snake, isn't it? A cockatrice is the rooster
it
one.
depends on the mythology because there are some where the basilisk is the rooster with a snake tail
Right,
and it
yeah,
turns you
okay.
to stone and all that type
At
of
the
thing.
end of the day, it's all fantasy.
But it's a better basilisk.
I quite like these. I'm going to put them low B.
Yeah, because they're a surprise for your part. They see a big
Yeah, yeah.
chicken and they're like,
It's
"Oh, what's
how
this?"
would you use it? Is a lot of this is the reasoning here. Plus, it's a lot of personal bias and preference.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the comments. There's so many
Now,
more to go.
coatl. I ran one of
Cool
these in the
law.
swamp. They
Cool
have
law.
cool lore. I'm not gonna lie. Up until I ran one in the swamp, I didn't even realize these things were in the monster manual. Completely forgot about
Really?
them. Now these things are not that great to fight as a monster. They are
Good
an
ally.
ally because they buff and bless and heal.
And we managed to free the coatl and turn it into an ally for the fight. I would say maybe just above the Sphinx. It fits the same kind of role. It's a one and done monster.
Yeah, or you can have one. Maybe if you got a little home base, you got a coatl in it or something. I don't know.
Maybe in a Planescape Torment setting, a coatl may be more impactful, but it's going to be a guardian of a shrine or something, and it's not going to move around too much, and it's not going to be massively involved in the campaign outside of going to interact with it.
Yeah.
So I think high C, cool monster.
The next, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the thing that it always has a permanent cloud of darkness around it.
M begins with M.
I can't remember, but I know the mechanics because it's kind of like a cloaker. It's an underdark monster, but it is permanently enshrouded in shadow, so you can't see it unless you have blind sight or true sight.
So I'm going to put this directly in F tier. The reason I put this in F tier is because I've got a DM horror story with it, but which I can't put on YouTube.
Well, fair enough.
Where are we actually putting it? Seriously,
I mean,
again,
I've not ran it.
I like darkness.
I put it next to the cloaker. I put it next because it's about the same sort of. It's a scary subterranean monster. I can't remember how powerful it is, but yeah, it'd be tedious to fight.
Yeah, I like it, so it's going there. Deva, again, this isn't something you're going to be fighting, so I don't really think Devas are all that great, to be honest.
Mechanically, they're okay. They're a celestial. They're pretty powerful. They do a lot of damage. I put them next to the Cloud Giant. Yeah.
Just above. Honestly, I think the Cloud Giant is probably more likely to make an appearance in a campaign.
Yes, unless you are someone who really associates with the dark side and hates the light side, and you just keep running Celestials as villains all the time. Like for us, I mean, I've never ran an evil Deva.
Right, we're gonna have to chop a few of these out. Right. Genie, I think that's just this is the Djinn, this is the air genie, very very thematic. I would put this there.
Yep, fair.
Dark. Oh, that's a change. Is that a changeling?
I can barely see it on yours. Where is it?
No,
that is a doppelganger.
Yes, that's what I meant.
I'm not a fan of changelings and doppelgangers, to be honest.
No.
Because even though they can be a very good threat, posing as your allies and stuff, I feel like their whole thing is not being themselves. As a monster, yeah, they can turn themselves into your love. So can a dragon. So,
should we put it below the devils?
Yeah.
See, I've never used one. If you want to do like shape changing enemies, there are better monsters for it.
Yeah, even a dragon. Dretch, very nice little. It's like the bearded devil. It's just a frontline demon soldier.
Yeah, put him down
minion
there.
You can slaughter.
Drider, immediate A tier. I'm probably going to put it above the genie.
Yeah.
Because they're just cool as fuck. It's
Mechanically
pure
very
cool
cool, yeah.
factor. Dryad, S tier because she's not got any clothes on.
Hit.
I like Dryads, but again, you're not really going to be fighting one unless you piss one off.
I mean, you know, you could put it in a hag swamp theme. I've done a few. Only problem is mechanically they are weak as shit. They have one ability, and it's like a charm.
I'm gonna put it going on the same sort of like this. I'm gonna group this with the Sphinx.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put it down here. I like Dryads, but we can't really just. It is what it is.
Duragar are far too weak for what they are. Because I know they're not on the same level as Drow, but I'm pretty sure most of the Duragar are like CR1.
Yeah.
And the Drow are really high CR. So
also, I kind of feel like the Duragar are. We've got evil Drow, so now we have to have evil elves. Now we have to have evil dwarves. So I kind of think bottom of D tier.
I like the Duragar are fine as a concept, just as a monster. It's like you could do more interesting things with them.
Yeah, yeah. What the hell's that?
I think if I'm looking on my one, I think that's an invisible stalker.
Oh yeah, it is.
I believe.
Hold on. No, it's a Mephit. It's a dust Mephit.
Oh, it's a dust Mephit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I like Mephits.
They're fine. They're okay for surprising your party because they blow up. But I don't know.
Not really anything to say about them, is there?
Yeah, they're just.
I guess we just put it below the Basilisk. Actually, no, I think they're better than the Basilisk in terms of what they are.
They fulfill a role.
Yeah. Is that the? That's what the hell's this?
Earth Elemental.
That's the Earth Elemental.
That's the Earth Elemental.
You see, I always use different art for the Earth Elemental. So
yeah, well, the Earth Elemental, I'd say slap it next to the air, but put it below, because
it's easier to take down. Then again, your poll, the Earth Elemental would win in an Elemental beat 'em up.
Oh, it would. But I think part of it is Earth Elemental should be a lot stronger, but I think they are mechanically the weakest. I remember Kai because he's got elemental forms coming up at level 10, and he was saying how he kept seeing people say how the Earth is the weakest.
You're very confident he's going to make it to level 10.
No, I'm not.
What's this guy? Is this the Djinn, the Fire Djinn?
Yeah, that's the Ifriti.
I think he doesn't quite do as much as like the air one, but he's still probably a B tier.
Yeah, they're all basically the same mechanically. I guess it works if you're doing a fire.
His theming is not as good.
If you got a fire theme campaign, it's fine. But yeah, they're not minions, or they're not going to serve a red dragon.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really a BBG. So, and you're not really going to approach one to grant a wish. So
this isn't the Cambion. This is the other one.
This is the Erinyes.
Which I'm gonna have to say I love the Erinyes. I'm gonna put them purely on the lore behind them into the A tier.
Yeah. Or Erinyes, I think apparently is the pronunciation.
Maybe I think they come from deeper mythology, but I know the Elric of Melnibone version of them is fantastic, and I will probably be making use of them at some point.
Yeah, they're a cool devil monster that's better than a Cambion.
Now, I don't remember this guy's name, but he is awesome because he garrots people. Yeah, he garrots people with silk.
Yeah. I mean, good little low level. Fair enough. And last night landed.
The guy just fucking, he just drops on you and he garrots you with silk. End of. That's brilliant. Ettins.
Ettins are a really good. Yeah, like Chimera. Ettins and Chimeras are like a very good low level wilderness side boss.
I'd say a bullet would be better than an Ettin.
Yeah, I probably would say
that. Fire Elemental is probably the same with the rest of them, but I would actually put it there.
Yeah, I think it's the best
as a threat to the. Then again, parties usually have fire resistance quite easily.
Not really at low level. It's a CR5 monster.
Yeah, I guess, but that's going into like sort of tier 2 gameplay, isn't it? So.
Well, no, because you're going to be fighting things at a lower level than their CR suggests. So elementals, I feel like you'd be fighting at level 3 or 4, and they are a good threat. Yeah, and then they act as minions for tier 3 monsters.
Flesh Golem?
Not anywhere near as good as the other golems. It's not even
creepy,
undead.
though.
It's creepy. I'd say put it in B.
I'd say put it there.
Yeah,
The reason I say that is because it's a wizard minion.
it is. It's not a necromancer minion. It's well, it could be, but it's.
If you go to High Hedge in the original Baldur's Gate, he's got 2 or 3 of these guarding High Hedge.
Yeah, and they're stronger than they look. You look at that and you think, oh, zombie, but no, they are.
Fire Giant?
I like fire giants a lot.
think
They
they're
are
better
way
than
more.
Cloud.
I think they're the most interesting. Other than actually, I think Frost's the most interesting. But fire are cool because they make cool armor.
That's
They're
exactly it. Like if you
dwarves.
want to go and raid like a Fire Giant's armory and suddenly he's an enemy and you're trying to steal his stuff, I think Fire Giant. There's a lot you can do with them.
Yeah.
That's another method. No, gargoyle? No, that's another method.
Is he sure? It might be a gargoyle.
No, that is a gargoyle.
Yes, gargoyle. The problem with gargoyles is they're meant to be like they're too weak. They're meant to be like a vampire minion, but they're just CR2.
In the pile of cool but weak it goes.
Yeah, I think so.
Gelatinous cube. A.
They are. Yeah, I think they're iconic, but they're ran wrong. They're supposed to be invisible. Most people get that wrong. You're meant to walk into one as it's just blocking the corridor.
Or not even realize that it's moving over you until it's too late.
Yeah. What is that a werewolf?
That's a white?
No, it's
the other one. Ghast.
Ghast. Yeah, it's a ghast. I think they're good. They're good little low-level undead minions. They're stronger than a ghoul.
Well, you got to remember, Benjamin was a ghast, and he ate Wayne's character's fingers.
I think they're a solid high B tier. I think most of the undead are quite high tier.
Honestly, I think the ghast is better than most of these. In like what you can do with it. It's like it's obviously it's going to lose to the rest of these, but from what you can do with it,
I think most of the undead are going to be in that same area because they all synergize with each other.
Yeah, Ghost is A.
Yeah, A. It's a very, very good monster.
In fact, I would probably put the Ghost there.
It's a surprise to your party.
I would probably put the Ghost above the Dryder, to be honest.
Yeah,
because there is so much you can do with the
creepy.
Ghost.
The art isn't that creepy, but you can obviously get creepy ghost art off Google. That thing, what is that?
Gibbering Mouther. I like these, but they are kind of overdone.
I remember, I fought against one once, like level 2. They are, I feel like they're try-harding.
Yeah,
they're trying too hard to be like a scary monster. Put them next to
below.
Yeah, that's good. I like.
Glabrazu. Glabrazu are great. I love the design.
They're a very strong demon. They're just cool. They can cast spells in certain editions.
They're a high tier demon, mate.
Yeah. Gnolls. I really like Gnolls. I think Gnolls are the best low-level monster enemy.
I would put them in A.
Yeah, I think A is really good.
Goblins, I'd also put in A.
Yeah, goblins right next to them, perfect.
Brass Bull, I like a lot. There's a lot you can do with it, but
that's like Gorgon, actually.
Is it? There is a Brass Bull. I'm not making it up.
No, your Gorgon Brass Bull, pretty much the same thing. It's I think it's called it's like a brazen. It petrifies you with its breath.
This thing is the poison one that.
I don't get it. It's too robotic and constructy, and a Gorgon is not meant to be a metal bull. I'm pretty sure a Gorgon's like a Medusa type thing.
Yeah, let's put him in hoops because it's not what I thought it was. Hags, hags immediately go above ghosts.
Specifically Green Hag. I think Green Hags are the most iconic. They're very low level, really good for a level 1 village adventure.
And you can do so much with them to make them high level as well.
Yes.
Grell, is that what that is?
That is a Grell. They're okay. They're just little minion aberration
do exactly
minions.
What they again. It's going in the pile of aberrations.
Oh yeah, you can put it there. That's fine.
Griffin. I think a mount.
Yeah, they're a mount. They're too weak for what a Griffin should be. Don't put it in D. I don't think it's that bad.
No.
I put it in.
Maybe it goes in the one trick pony club over here.
It put it in C because it's you know what that a Griffin is? It's your level 1 party. You're ambushed by a Griffin. It's a boss fight.
Yeah.
For level 1s.
I don't remember what this guy is.
These are Grimlocks. And if I remember right...
do not remember them.
You can put them in Hoomst because I don't I think they're CR1 Underdark creatures, but they're not
I
very
recognize the
impressive.
name. Well, he's a guy in a loincloth with a pointy stick. I wasn't expecting him to be the Emperor of Darkness.
Yeah.
Naga.
Are weird. I'd say put them next to the Sphinx, because
Below.
they're kind of, you're not going to be fighting a lot of these things, and they're just sort of there.
I'm going to put the dragon above
They
it.
protect a shrine, and you fight it to get into the shrine.
There's the guy, no Sphinx. In it goes.
Yeah, put them next to each other. Yeah.
Half dragons. I'm going to put in A. They are good villains for a low-level party.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd put them above a Glabrazoo, but they're good. I think A.
The reason I put them above a Glabrazoo is it's a lot easier to give a half dragon a character and name than it is a Glabrazoo.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Harpies. Is that a harpy or a siren? That's a siren, I think.
Is there a difference in these? I think they're the same thing in the monster manual.
Either way, I like these, but they are in the One Trick Pony Club.
They're a one-trick pony nautical adventure. Yeah, CT is fine.
Is that a hell? What's that?
Hellhound. That's a hellhound.
It is a hellhound. I'm going to put it in with the.
I don't think they're a one-trick pony. If you're running a devil-themed campaign, then you can fight a lot of these dudes.
I'm going to put it in with the devils then.
Yeah, put it there. That's fine.
Slard are fan-bloody-tastic. We do not use enough Slards.
Yeah, they are.
They're not going to be up here with the Glabrazoo, but I would put them above the Aberrations.
I don't know if this is official to Vecna of Ruin, but the guy I watch sometimes, there was like a beach in Chult, and there's this red wizard of Fey, and he's looking at this crashed Nautiloid on the beach, and they think, oh, there's going to be mind flayers in there. But you go in there, and you find out that the mind flayers have all been xenomorphed by the Slard, where they've planted their tadpoles in the mind flayers, and you go in there and Slard burst out of the mind flayers. It's like a Uno reverse
I think
card.
Slard do their job of propagating better than mind flayers. I also fought a lot of Slard in Demon's Stone. Remember that PS2 game I showed you?
Yeah. They are a good monster. You can throw as many as you want at your players. You can have thousands. You can have one.
Honestly, mate, I'm thinking I put them just by the Glabrazoo here because there's a lot you can do with them.
Yeah, I think they're perfect.
They are a campaign staple. If you wanted to do a campaign around them, you easily could. There's a lot you can do with Slard.
Yeah, you can just insert them anywhere.
Hill Giant.
I put them next. Yeah, that mid B tier of this is a roaming wilderness monster.
Yeah. Oh, let me just roll on the random encounter table quickly. Oh, it's a Hill Giant.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Hippogriff.
Put next to the Griffin, to be honest, pretty much the
Griffin.
same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Hobgoblins immediately.
I like hobgoblins, and the fact that you have multiple stat blocks for them too.
I think that little change
you've got regular hobgoblins, you've got the captains, the warlords.
The stalker.
Ah, yeah.
Which
I've never understood. Then mechanically they're great, but I never understood why they're like an elemental. You'd think they're like a ghost.
I think what they are a ghost.
But they're meant to be an air elemental.
They're supposed to be. They are the spirit of a criminal.
Well, they're cast as an elemental.
Either way, I like them. They're a little bit one-trick pony, but you can do a really creepy one-shot based entirely around an invisible stalker, which I did.
Yeah.
And I think you got lucky with a cool lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they're threatening.
I would say they're better. I think they're more. I think just put them with the undead. They're very good. Iron Golem.
I honestly high A, not not above the dragons, but I would say
the Golem.
Yeah, put it above Clay. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because they're perfect synergy with BBGs of any type.
Is that an imp?
That is a horned devil, I think. They're quite a high level devil. They're kind of like your typical image of a devil with the trident and the fork.
Can I be honest? A lot of the demons and devils, I don't really like. I like the Glabrazoo. I like some specific ones.
I prefer the demons to the devils, but I think horned devil. I put it in B because it is like it's a better Cambion.
I'll put it. I'll put it just above the elementals.
Yeah,
I think that's fair for what.
Here's where you find out it's wrong and it's not actually a horned devil. It's a fucking.
It's an imp. We can fix it later. Hydra, immediate low A.
Yeah, I'd say low A is
because it's weak for what it is.
They are the best of the roaming wilderness monsters.
Yes, like, oh, it's a Hydra there. Plus, the Hercules movie was really good. Kobolds,
Kobolds.
they're going to go on with the goblins over here.
Yeah,
What you can do with
iconic.
kobolds. The hell is it? Oh, Kraken.
Oh yeah, the Kraken looks stupid in 5e. The
Yeah.
Kraken is too weak for what it is, but lore-wise, it's cool as shit.
I'm going to say highest.
It's meant to be a nautical BBEG, but it's just not strong enough. So yeah, B is fine.
Ice Devils.
Devil.
These are threatening.
These are scary. They are really high level. They got Ice Wall, really cool abilities. They look cool compared to other devils. They're more unique. So yeah, I think that's a good plot.
Why don't you recount what happened to Ellis that one time?
So they were only level 5, and there was an Ice Devil, and it did an Ice Wall. The Paladin got stuck in the Ice Wall, nearly died, because it does like 50 damage. And he was stuck there for the whole entire fight, and it's all because he decided to charge at the Frost Hag.
It's almost as if we punished him.
The Blue Hag, should I say.
What the hell's that?
That is a mains, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's a really low... Yeah, that's going in C.
Yeah, so I think it's the devil version of whatever.
It's a really low level.
No, an imp is devil. It's the devil version of the dredge.
Lich is going to go in S tier.
100%. I put it above a Balor. I think, in fact, I may even put it up above. Yeah, maybe above green. I don't know, because Lich I think is more. It has, and you can fit an entire campaign around a Lich and never run out of ideas.
I will agree. In fact, I think we need to go. If we're going to go by that kind of ruling, it's got to go in the top of S.
Yeah, I think it is just there's so many monsters you can do. You can synergize with a Lich that you can't with a green.
I agree. What's next? That's a Mephit. Just put it in with the other Mephit.
Yeah, they're all.
That's the imp.
That's an imp. Imps are fine.
Imps are fine. In fact, there's a lot you can do, like familiars and scouts, and if your party's going to summon an evil thing to try and get some information, the likelihood is it's an imp. So yeah. I guess I'll put him with the Horned Devil up here.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that a like the evil?
That's a Mero, yeah, like the big fish people. I think it's a nautical adventure.
They do their job, but they're very.
Do their job.
Yeah, I see. Mimic, very iconic. Low A.
Yeah, especially if you're creative.
Yeah, I mean the reason I'm putting it there is because once you've done one mimic, that's basically it. Every mimic will then get found because your party. Well, no, your party will be poking everything for the next 6 months.
Yeah, but that's where you don't put another mimic in for 6 months. And you wait. A mimic is perfect for the DM that hasn't actually planned a mimic, but the moment that a player slips up and doesn't investigate a door,
it's a mimic.
Doesn't investigate a chest, now it's a mimic.
Well, where would you put it then? Because I would quite happily just leave it like...
A is fine. A is fine.
No, bottom of A. Minotaur.
They're all right.
It does exactly what it says.
It does. It's a CR2 beast.
Minotaur skeleton, same thing.
I put it slightly above because you could fit it in. It's more synergy with the undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that what the fuck's that?
That is a mummy. Mummy. That's a mummy.
Mummy is going straight up here with the other undead. There's quite a bit you can do with the mummy. Actually, it might go a little bit lower because it's you kind of restrict yourself to a desert theme with a mummy unless you go for a different sort of culture. But let's be honest, most people just think Egypt.
Yeah, it is very
Lizard men, I will actually put those right up along here with our other good dudes.
They're very customizable, just like goblins, kobolds.
I know you like lizard men. They've grown on me a lot since you started using them more. I used to think they were dumb. I think lizard men are quite good now.
They're just lizard versions of gnolls and things like that.
Yeah, they are just...
Low
this
level...
group here, gnolls to lizard men, these guys are just your staples for like
well, it's a lizard folk technically. What a lizard folk is it's the jungle fiend, not a goblin or kobold. It's like I'm gonna do a forest jungle fiend campaign. Here's your early monsters.
Apologies, I appear to be developing a cold as we're going on.
Excellent.
Right. Now Fishney, again, up here with the Glabrazoo. I think just above the Glabrazoo.
Yeah, and I remember Orcus used to be an Elfishne.
Indeed he did. That's a Mephit. We'll put it with the Mephit.
Yep, Mephit, yep.
Nightmare. I really like nightmares. I would actually,
They've grown on me since a certain campaign, and I've been using one
I would
with
actually
my
put
lawful good paladin.
I would put it here because if you give the characters an obsidian steed to summon a nightmare, there is that risk. It just drags you to hell.
Yeah, the risk reward's pretty good, and it's a cool looking monster.
The hell's this thing?
That is what's a mag? Is that a magmin? They're the other. They're like exactly the same as a fame method. They just blow up when they die.
It's going to the methods. Oh, these guys are going right here.
Oh, they are. They are one of the
name's
best.
escaping me. The 6-armed ladies.
Marilith.
There we go. Yeah, I like. In fact, you know what? It's going above the Kraken.
Yeah, they are very good.
Night Hag is going up here with the Green Hag, probably just above because there's a.
They are stronger. There's more they can do.
Yep. Manticore going straight over here. We're probably below the bullet, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not that strong, but again, it's a low level adventure side boss. Ochre Jelly, probably
not as
they're not. No, I'd say put them in B. They are not as.
They are not going to be in the overworld either. They're going to be a dungeon thing.
They do one thing, and that is they poke you for acid damage.
That is the Gorgon Medusas. Very, very nice. You can't do massive amounts with them because they're a
one-trick pony. They're a one-trick pony dungeon boss. Yeah.
I guess I have to put it down here then, don't I? I do like Medusas a lot, but I think I'm going to put it with the.
I put it in.
Maybe low.
Put it in low B even, yeah, because it's they're.
It's like the mummy.
Yeah.
What's that? That's another aquatic themed lady, isn't it? That's the lady version of the Marrow.
Yeah, I can't really remember.
Ogres are going to go with bugbears.
Yeah, I think ogres are the most balanced CR2 monster.
Purple worm, I'm going to put with the Hydra.
I think I did run one in Lichbane. I want to run one. They're meant to be a lot bigger than they actually appear. At least on virtual tabletops.
Yeah,
but yeah, you could do a lot with them. You could harvest them for their extremely rare venom
if you can kill it.
Yeah, you probably
I would run one entirely Theatre of the Mind. I wouldn't use a tabletop. I would do it like a Monster Hunter fight where you're having to cling on to it and things like that. That's how my kaiju would be the purple worm. I would run them like sandworms from Dune.
Yeah.
Another little devil guy.
That's the Quasit, I believe.
Yeah, you can go with these guys. The hell's that?
That's the Oni, which are that they feel out of place in the monster manual because they're like an ogre but better.
They're the Japanese.
They haunt your dreams. They have like children's nursery rhymes, so they're very creepy and aesthetic. I'd say put them up in the higher B.
Yeah, but you never. Do we ever use them?
You could go if you're doing an Asian themed campaign.
I'm going to put it over the Deva because you could. They are thematic.
And I did use one actually when we did the Escher's
resistance. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that when you Japanify something like that, it kind of really corners the campaign.
Well, it doesn't have a lot of synergy with other monsters because there's not a lot of Asia-themed monsters in this.
Saying that, Rakshasa, I'm going to go ahead and put with the hags and the ghosts.
They are very, very good politicking monsters.
They are BBEG monster.
And they're also really powerful because they just straight up immune to
can't
spells
even be affected by spells
of
below 5th level.
Or 5th level, yeah.
I'm quoting a particular sketch. Orcs, straight up here, they are the best. I'm going to put them above Null.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows what Null is.
I'd swap them around, but that's,
personal taste, and I've got control of the mouse.
Remoraz, I like him because you don't have a lot of frost-themed strong monsters.
He's fire-themed in the frost.
Well, yeah, he's a winter-themed enemy. He's a surprise, too.
Right, let's go ahead and the Otyugh. I like these guys, but never really see them. Below B.
Yeah.
Is that the Rock?
That's the Rock.
I never see these guys.
You have fucking seen one, actually. You flew one over, and it was about to abduct Dutha, because you went into bear form, and I had it roll.
Right.
And it was going to swoop down, grab Duther as a snack, and fuck off. Because I do like rocks because they are a very powerful, huge fucking beast. They're the ultimate wandering wilderness animal because they are like.
And yet, the only time I've seen one, I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, they're like a chimera and a manticore, except for like very high level characters.
I know they're an Egyptian mythology beast. I don't see enough of its use. If you
I
want,
would put them in a hooms. Put them above the chimera.
The chimera gets too much use. There's too much you can do with the chimera too soon.
Too soon. Yeah, but
it's not a B tier.
You could do a lot with rocks.
I'll put it high C if you want. That's
put it high C. That's
cool. Go. Owlbears are immediate, along with the mimic, just purely based on recognizability, and there's a lot you can do with it at a low level.
Agreed.
Pegasi, I think that just goes in the nightmare.
Yeah, it's literally is a nightmare, just not
Pit Fiend,
evil.
Probably above the Baylor. Actually, I'm going to give the Baylor the edge because I prefer them, but the Pit Fiend will kill the Baylor.
Sad, for some reason.
Flying Carpet.
Next to the animated armor.
Yeah, it's a wizard thing. It's
a wizard thing, yeah.
Where is me? There it is.
There he is.
I'm going to put it there. Again, probably going to put the Celestials together because they are kind of locked in by theme, but they are kind of cool looking.
They are.
Pseudo dragons, I will put over in. They're a familiar. I'm going to put them low A because you're going to see a lot of them. They are the go-to familiar for a lot of people.
They're a good imp.
The fuck is that?
Spectre.
I never used a Spectre.
If I remember right, I don't think they're as good as a ghost. I think they pretty much do the same thing. I think they might. Do they possess? I think they possess.
I'm putting it in Hoomst.
All right, fair enough. That is it's another Naga. Yeah.
Pixie.
Pixie.
I like them thematically. Never used them. I'm just going to put them in with the Dryad.
Fair.
Another Mephit.
Yep.
Mephits are just good. The hell is that?
That's the Sturge.
Yeah, I'm going to put those in with the Rust.
They drink your blood.
Fish people. You know, I actually think the Sahagwin could be over here with the rest of the guys.
They have a theme. They're
the humanoid.
They are the low-level enemy for your nautical adventure.
Stone Giant. I like Stone Giants. I'm going to put in with the rest of the giants.
They're more likely to be an enemy than a Cloud Giant, so I think I'd put them above Cloud. Yeah. Because they're easier to just have. Here's a bunch of Stone Giants. You're fighting them.
Nice. Salamander, I like a lot. I'm going to put him with the Fire Elemental because. Why wouldn't you?
It's a solid fire-themed enemy that doesn't get doused with a bucket of water.
Have you ever used a Satyr?
Kai has. I guess if you're doing Fae-themed, they have a place, but they're not.
I don't have enough experience with them in the game. I know what they are, obviously, from mythology, and I've read about
They play music and charm you. Kind of like a Dryad, except they don't play the music.
I'm going to put them in Hoops. Never.
Stone Golem is an A tier.
Yes, with the rest of the golems.
Put it next to Iron.
There we are. That another aquatic. That's a sea hag, isn't it?
That's the sea hag, yeah. They're nowhere near as good as the other hags.
They're not. I'm going to actually put them over in sort of high B.
Yeah, because they're like a shit.
They're constrained by their theme.
Yeah.
The hell's that?
That is a
Storm Giant.
I'm trying to find it on my thing. See, that is Storm Giant. Yeah,
it is the Storm Giant.
I think Storm Giants they're the coolest giant. Are they the coolest monster?
I'm gonna put it just above the Fire Giant, purely for the aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, I'd put them below Fire because Fire are more likely to be enemies as well. Storm Giant. They're more like Cloud Giants. They're allies.
Right. Shadows, immediate A tier.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Very, very, very good low-level horror monster.
This is just an ordinary construct.
That's the Shield Guardian. Very good for a wizard.
Yeah.
Put it with them guys. It's just a high-level animated armor. Yeah.
Yeah. Skeleton. I'm just gonna stick him with the other undead.
Yeah, they're solid high B.
because you can just spam them. The Solars are really bloody cool, but will you ever see one?
Yes. I don't know.
Werebears?
Werebear.
Let's go with hoops. Have you ever ran into a werebear?
Look, actually, yes. But also, I would say don't put them in hoops because I think all of the wares should just go together in, like, I don't know, high C, because they all pretty much do the same thing. They're just monsters. They're
All right.
strong. They beat the shit out of you.
So you
Some
got
of
a
them curse you.
were-boar, you got were-rat, which I actually think is above a were-bear, below were-boar.
Yeah, werebears are just brutes.
Were-tiger is over there. Were-wolf is obviously going to go one above.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Whites are fucking awesome. I'm going to put them in high undead.
Yeah, higher. Yeah, that's good. High end dead.
The Tarask, amazingly, is D tier.
I don't think it's that bad. It is. It's
You're right.
very hard to use, but it is still, it's iconic for being the strongest monster manual monster. I'd put it in A, next to some of the lower dragons.
I don't know, man.
A bit like put it below the dragons because it's just the Trask is good because if you ever reveal a Tarask,
I'm not going to insult the Tarask by making the.
If you ever reveal a Tarask to your players, it's an oh shit moment. It's like
but
holy shit, it's the Tarask.
The narrative is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
Well, no, the more does the sight of it, I suppose. But
Treants.
Treants are cool. I like Treants.
I'm going to put them sort of above all the guys here. I'm going to actually put them all the way above here.
I don't know. I don't like them that much, but fair enough.
I think Liches are actually worse. No, the reason I like Treants is there's a lot of forest play in the campaign, always.
True.
So you can put them absolutely anywhere. I'm going to put.
And they can be allies and they can be enemies. It doesn't matter. They're just a tree that's angry.
Uh-oh.
Why, bless you.
Bless me, thank you. They always come in two. So we'll see when the next one gets here. Wyverns are going to be in A tier, probably with the Ramirez and that.
Yeah, very good wilderness monster.
Trolls.
Also, A is good.
What the hell's that?
Let me double check. It's a troll. Where the hell are we? That is a wraith, and I like wraiths. I think they're a very good undead. I would say I would put a wraith above a ghost because it is a stronger ghost. It's scarier, but mechanically it isn't. If you know what I mean, because it doesn't have. It does have
drain attribute thing that shadows do.
Not the same. It drains your max HP rather than your strength.
I'd put it below a shadow then.
But it is. The wraiths are very scary. But yeah, I think shadow is probably. Yeah, I think that's fine.
A shadow will drop you quicker, even if you're a higher level.
Well, I mean, it depends. The wraith does more damage. The
shadow doesn't have to do as much damage.
True.
What the hell is this?
That's the Zorn, I think it is. I think it eats rocks.
Hoopst?
It eats rocks. That's
Unicorn is not a mount, not necessarily. I have one at the moment, kind of.
Only a mount if you're pure heart like that fucking dungeon soup.
Dungeon soup is fantastic. I would honestly put the unicorn.
It's going to be above Pegasus and Nightmare.
I was actually literally just about to say above Pegasus. Because there's a lot you can do with the unicorn.
They're the lowest. They're the lowest level legendary monster.
Really now?
They have legendary resistances.
Is that a Banshee?
That's a Banshee, yeah. I put Banshee. Banshee is way. Yeah,
I'm going to put her probably just below the Hag.
They are the deadliest undead, even at a really high level. Because if you fail to save, other than a Demi-Lich, obviously, you are.
Yep. You're just shit out of luck, son.
Speaking of Demi-Lich is coming up.
Yeah, who's that?
What's that thing? That is. Oh, that's the Cyclops.
Oh, I'm just gonna put it with the Giants.
put it with a Hell Giant. Yeah, I mean the funny thing is Cyclopses are supposed to be wise, but they're not in D&D. They're just dumb brutes.
Demi-Lich is going to go up here.
Oh no, that's Flame Skull. That's a Flame Skull.
No, no, can't make that mistake. That's very racist.
I like Flame Skulls because it's undead.
I'm going to put them in just with the skeletons.
They fireball the shit out of you, and it's funny.
It's funny to trick people into thinking it's a Demi-Lich.
Or just trick people into thinking, oh, it's just a floating skull. I was like, oh, fireball.
Vampires, I'll put it in low A.
Vampires are cool. They're just let down by the mechanics.
They're let down by the mechanics, but they are a villain. That's a little devil guy.
Oh, that's the yeah. What's it called? The thing with the eye.
The thing with the he's gonna go with the rest.
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember the name.
I remember this one, but I don't remember this one. The Lady Undead. It's Vampire Spawn. Is that Vampire Spawn?
I think. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it with the undead.
I think.
Ah, these things. The demon birds. Yeah.
Rock.
Not to be confused
They
with
are Dean's favorite demon.
I like these. So in honor of Dean, we're actually going to put it up with the Merilith because I remember fighting one of these and it was quite fun.
Yeah.
Water elemental. Let's just stick it with the other elementals, probably above fire.
Well, it would one-shot fire by walking into it.
A gazer.
Spectator, I think, guys.
Spectator.
Yeah,
Honestly, I kind of think these things are...
They're baby's first beholder, and they're just... I don't really see the point in them. I don't see the point. Just have a beholder, for God's sake.
More Slard.
Yeah, put it with the other Slard.
I do like Slard. We need more Slard in our lives. Bone Naga. I wonder where we're going to put that with the rest of the Naga. Frog dudes. Honestly, these guys, Bullywugs, they could quite easily fit in with the other low-level enemies.
I wouldn't put them in A, but they are. Yeah, they're funny. they're weak as shit, but they're funny.
Honestly, I'd see they do their job.
But yeah, they do their job.
I'd probably put them just low.
I don't think they'd ever be a mainstay enemy, but
Zerf Neblin, just deep gnomes. You're never really going to use them as.
Put them by Jurigar. Put them by the. I just don't.
Yeah, you're never going to use them. Beholder.
They are high A.
Are they?
Mechanically, just like the Aboleth, they're actually about the same. They're very weak. But yeah, they're iconic and they're weird.
Yep. Mind Flayers. The Draco Lich, I will not put in S, but I am going to put it highest A.
I mean, the 5e1 shit, because it's just a template, but yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot you can do with the Draco Lich. It's one of my first PBEGs.
Yep.
Plus, don't forget, Daggerfoth, the Creeping Doom, is a Draco Lich.
True.
Fairy Dragon, I'm going to put in with the Pseudo Dragon. It is a familiar for most people.
They're quite powerful, dude.
They are, but a lot of people just go, "Oh, cute little dragon." This is a demon.
Yeah, the Balgura. They're the Demogorgon demons.
He is just a big punchy guy, so I'm just going to put him in the bottom of B.
Yeah, he's a big.
I don't think he's.
They're not even that powerful. I don't think. Quite low level.
More Slard, up he goes with the rest of the Slard. Another Slard, up he goes with the rest of the Slard. Another Slard. Why is that one Slard so far away from the rest of the Slard? Is that another Slard?
That's green Slard, yeah.
I like Slard. That's the
Casme.
No,
those are scary because they have that weird screech they do. I can't remember what it does, but I remember it being very threatening.
I'm gonna put him over here.
Yeah.
He's a demon, does demon things.
They're slightly been more interesting than just a demon.
This is another Djinn.
The Earth Djinn.
Another Djinn.
That's the Water Djinn.
Yeah, I'm just going to put him with the rest of the Djinns that isn't the Blue Genie. Undead Beholder, I don't understand
Death
why.
Tyrant. They're a weird one. Because I guess it's like, oh, you want a Beholder, but you're running a Lich.
Too hard.
I wouldn't put it in F, but...
There's
S tier, yeah.
Yeah, definite S tier. Oh, these guys, the Fomorians. These guys are really interesting, but you have to be doing a Fae campaign. So I'm going to put them in high C.
Yeah, and they do mechanically they're just giants again.
Yoklols.
Oh, don't upset Ashray. Okay, yeah, I think AD.
I was going to go straight to A. I was like, what are you going to say?
I'd probably put them in. I'd put them with the other the high B demons. Like an extra Marilith. Yeah, put them extra Dryder. They're cool.
The reason I put them next to the Dryder is the Yoklols are so characterful. They are carried entirely by that charisma stat.
Yeah, and they're weird looking.
The hell is this?
That is the Gelabdur. It's like an Earth Elemental giant.
Whomst?
Yeah, fair enough. You've never ran one. Death Knight.
Death Knight I will actually put above the Lich.
Do I wouldn't, but yeah.
Mechanically, a Death Knight would probably smack a Lich around. And also, I prefer the idea of a heavily armored horde, Death Knight leading the horde rather than a wizard.
I do as well, to be honest with you.
Still not as good as
a Lich King.
Demi Lich, again, I think is going to have to go above the Lich.
Really? Because they don't do a lot.
The Demi Lich is just a straight power upgrade, but you have to play it right.
It's not. It is a downgrade to the Lich, lower CR. The only thing they really have that the Lich doesn't is the whale that can kill you.
So it could be
because
either. I always think of the Demi Lich as having abandoned its mortal coil and being more powerful in the ether.
Well, the Demi Lich is what happens to a Lich when time ravages it and the body rots away.
Yeah, or it stops feeding on souls and allows itself to exist as conscience rather than as
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I'd put Lich higher, but I think it's still an S tier.
The reason that I would also put the Demi Lich there is because it is a lot. A Serarak is a Demi Lich, so I would say S tier. I think you could quite. I think for ease of use, the Lich probably beats it.
Mechanically, the Lich beats it because you gotta remember the Demi Lich. I don't think can cast spells because it's just a skull.
I'm pretty sure it can cast spells.
It has abilities, but I don't think it has spells.
Githzeri, I will actually go ahead and put in D tier.
Yeah, they're an old one. If you're doing a space spell jammer, I guess it works.
Displacer Beast, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the A tier up here. I'm going to put them just above the Hydra because they are the Underdark role on the table.
Yeah.
This is the better big boy.
Goristro, they are really strong.
I would actually, because these guys are fucking strong.
Put them there, right? B, high B. Well, that, yeah.
I was going to put them in A.
They are. I think they're stronger than a Baelor mechanically.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They are tougher than people think they are.
But I don't. But at the end of the day, they are still just a big brute. So
I'm going to put them just below.
They are that thing that like the demon army will unleash as like its ace in the hole.
Yeah,
that will just smash through the ranks of them.
And it's not as hot as cool.
True.
Shadow demons. You can do a lot with these.
Yeah, I like the shadow demons.
I'm going to put them just below the vampire because they're not as cool as any of the other demons, but there's so much versatility you can do.
Orcus as a shadow demon killed God multiple times.
The hell's that?
That is the but that's the growl. The other thing we were thinking of was a Vrick. It's an aberration. It's a brain on a stalk. If you're going to put mind players in F tier, which I don't think they do belong in, but...
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that.
I did notice it, yeah.
I'll fix that in a minute.
For the sake of brevity, I'm not arguing the point.
Mind players are dumb. Where's my other aberrations that I can stick this guy with? There.
Yeah, it's a Vrick.
Shadow Dragon, very disappointing dragon.
They have been let down. I mean, I would say same with the Dracolich, but...
There's a lot more you can do with the Dracolich than you can. Shadow Dragon, you kind of have to be in the Shadowfell.
It's a one-shot encounter in the Shadowfell. They're not that strong. I'd say put them below some of the good demons.
Honestly,
and below the Slard.
It's a one and done. If we're going to follow the rule, it's got to be down here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, somewhere around there. C does not mean bad. Just means one done.
It means like this is like the middle of the pack.
Yeah, Helm Torah. Put it with the Helm Torahs are cool because you can store you can make them immune to 3 spells of your choosing. But I put them next to the Shield Guardian, which is next to the animated armor.
I would honestly put it in top S tier because it killed Mildred.
That's true. No, it didn't. Wait, did it? Yeah, it did land the killing blow. It did kill the killing blow.
Coup de grace him.
It coup de grace him. Yeah.
If we're going to be serious, I would say it is probably just above the. As the wizard minion goes, it is the wizard minion.
It's a very cool wizard minion.
What else?
I love how we still got Flumph in the fucking top of S tier.
Of course we have. It's a Flumph. It is honestly the best monster in the game. Hooked Horror. I like these.
These are they're cool. There was one in the Dritz novel and it spoke for some reason.
That was Clacker. He wasn't a Hooked Horror. He was actually a something else that got turned into a hook horror and then was cursed to remain that way. I think
just-
hook horrors are basically your Underdark roll on the board.
Yeah, they're cool. I like hook horrors, and they got horror in the name. Of course, you would.
All right, okay. Let's.
I would honestly put number one. Death Tyrant doesn't belong in F. It is
No,
It's not a behold. It's not as good as a beholder, but it is a very scary minion.
It's a very scary minion. I just don't like him.
It's a one and done though. Put it in a C.
I will put it above everything else in C. I just don't like Death Tyrants. These
Intellect Devourers are genuinely
a threat. They are terrifying.
They're like shadows in that they can TPK your low-level group very quick.
Just purely, I mean, they're dumb. I hate them, but because they are just shadows they're. If you want to kill a low-level wizard,
yeah, they are. They're just there. Instead of draining strength, they drain intelligence.
Right, Mind Flayer. Serious conversation. Mind Flayers are not as good as everyone thinks they are.
They're not, but I was actually thinking about this earlier. I think the reason why Mind Flayers are not as good as they're disappointing is because the Mind Flayer itself is not the Eldritch threat.
Yep.
It's the Elder Brain. The Mind Flayer are the minions. Yeah, they're the minions of the Elder Brain. They've been turned into... Anyone can become a Mind Flayer. I'd say put it in B, because mechanically a Mind Flayer is... You see a Mind Flayer on the field and you think, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean you're going to run into it more than the Oni, so I'll put it in.
Yeah, they are stun lock the monster.
I mean, Mind Flayers are one of those creatures. I did an entire video called "Mind Flayers are dumb," and there are so much better ways of approaching Mind Flayers, but I just don't like Mind Flayers. What the hell's that?
Yeah. Let me have a look.
So tiny, these images, so tiny.
Mind Flayer. What was next to it? I mean, mine's out of order because I thought I got the track. Yeah. I'll show it on the zoom in. Where is it? Oh my! We lost.
Oh, it's a drow.
Oh, there we are.
Honestly, because they are just you fight them in the Underdark guys. I'm going to put them with the. They're not very high CR. I'm going to put them just above the orcs because they're what you fight.
Is that the regular drow, or is that the?
Yeah,
I can't really see very well on the screen.
It's just the regular drow.
Yeah, because the regular drow are quite.
Is that kobold? What's that? Jackal? Were-jackal?
That's the the jackal, not the were-jackal, the jackal were.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in hoops.
It's a desert-themed werewolf.
Cambions, I like a lot. Not quite as cool as Eren, yes, but they are actually very cool. I am going to put them just above
they're just about powerful enough to have armies of them, and it wouldn't be unrealistic to have like 100 Cambions running around.
Is that a Kenku?
Yeah, they're F tier. that is a like a larvae, like demon larvae spawn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they don't really do a lot on their own. Crawling Claw it's fucking good. I wouldn't put in S tier with the fly.
I choked Wayne's character out with one once, therefore it's S tier.
They got a cool theme.
Put it with the rest of the undead.
Yeah.
Probably not the best undead, but you know,
no,
I like the undead are going to be grouped up quite nicely. That half ogre.
Put it below the ogre.
Where is the ogre?
Puck knows. You put it in. It's right. It's above. It's by the bugbear and the ochre jelly. Above where you are.
Right,
there we are. Yeah, they're
just. I ran a very interesting encounter with a half ogre where he was dressed up as a lady, and his two full ogre brothers were waiting in the bushes to ambush people. They thought because he was only a half.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're there.
Is that another?
That's the orc. Ogron. Orok.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. They're like the stronger orc.
Yeah, I will put them with the orc.
Yeah, because they are orc themed. That is the thing you see loads of Interior dragons for some stupid fucking reason. They're like an evil reindeer bird that eats your heart.
Who's?
I would, honestly, because I don't know what the hell that thing's supposed to be.
What the hell's this?
That is a piercer. It's the thing that looks like a stalactite. And then for some reason, it looks like a fucking slug.
Oh, that's a Lovecraftian thing. I'll put him in D. These,
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
Kuo-toa.
Kuo-toa thing.
They
Yeah,
they wish their own gods into existence.
Is this a method? I think that's a method.
I think it's a mud method. Yeah.
Where have I put all these methods now?
Oh,
They're
God.
around here. They're around here somewhere. There's too many monsters, mate.
Oh, it's C tier. On the right hand side of
C
C
tier,
tier.
right? Yeah. In he goes. Another method. All
way
the
too many.
Modrons can go in D.
F tier.
F.
Put them in F. I hate
You know what?
them.
I'm more than happy for them to go
Fucking
into F.
hate them. They're weak as shit.
I don't
and
like
they're dumb as hell.
What the hell's that?
Zoom in.
Ah,
Fucking
just
hell,
go all the way
oh
down.
my lord.
Oh, Scarecrow. It's just an
Okay.
undead, isn't it?
It's a one and done. It's a scarecrow in the middle of a field.
Yeah. In the one and done pile it goes.
Like I had one in an older campaign when you were searching a farmhouse, but I don't think anyone ever actually encountered it.
Oh, it's those insect guys from
Yeah, three Kreen.
Thrycreens.
Thrycreens.
Honestly, never really use them. If
Fair.
they're a black sun setting thing, so in Hoomst it goes.
Troglodyte.
Troglodytes can be quite useful. They're like a less known version of everything else, so I'd probably just put them in with the werewolves.
That's fair.
Ankegs are A tier.
Not Anke, yeah, silly sod. That's
Not
the
Ankeg, Umberhulk.
Umberhulk, yeah.
I always use them with some Ankegs, is my issue. They are you've rolled on the encounter table in the Underdark.
Yeah, but they're also threatening. Water weird, that is. I don't really understand the point in a water weird because it's a weaker water elemental, and it specifically guards fountains.
D.
Yeah.
The Empyrean again. I
would not put them in F.
I'm tempted to put it in Hoomst because why would you ever?
Just put them with the other Celestials because they're basically on that
The
same
other
sort of theme.
Celestials are likely to show up at least as like a vision or a.
I will argue the Empyrean's point because the Empyrean is not necessarily good. It's a divine being, but it could be the divine creation of a dark god. So you could have a evil Empyrean a lot easier than you could have an evil Solar.
All right. That's another demon. That's
the main. Yeah.
What else did we call a main? Was this thing? What the hell that thing is?
I'm pretty sure they're the same bloody thing.
What the hell's that?
Fucking.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Spine Devil.
Oh, they're quite not high up, but they're like mid tier, aren't they?
They're quite they're quite powerful.
Anyway, I'm gonna pop them with the rest of them.
That's perfectly fine.
This thing can go down here as like a Naga type thing. Other salamander.
It's a fire snake. Yeah, it is what it is.
Wait, this is a pixie. What was the other thing that I put as a pixie?
That might be a fairy. The other thing was a pixie. That's a fairy. Same exact thing.
These things are cool. I don't remember what they're called.
I can't see him on your stream. I imagine you're looking at it's the what are they called?
Yeah, the thing. I know exactly what it is, but I can't think of what it is.
I know exactly. Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm just gonna have to be Humps then because we're both like, yeah, they're cool, but we don't remember who you are.
Not a Grimlock. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, they like hunt in packs in the Underdark and shit.
Giant.
I think Frost Giants have the best potential as giants because you can fight them as a monster. They're good high CR, CR8, and they work in packs. Right. So it's not just like a lone wolf. I say it's slightly higher than Stone.
Dragon
You zoomed
Turtle,
in too far, by the way. No one can see shit.
I know. I like Dragon Turtles, but yeah, when do we ever see them?
Nautical Adventure. They eat your ship.
You know what? I'm going to put it over with the you've rolled on the table.
Yeah, because they're way more powerful than they look.
Ropers.
What?
I like Ropers.
They are.
You're gonna roll on the table for them in the Underdark, but also the one in Tyranny of Dragons is dumb as hell.
True, and that's my only experience with them.
Rust monsters are A tier.
I don't know if they are in 5e because then they've been neutered.
I like the idea of them, so they're going in A tier. Like
Fair
if
enough.
you take a Rust monster as it's supposed to be played, this thing kills groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shambling Mounds. I like Shambling Mounds.
Shambling Mounds are funny. You can just have your fucking halfling sorcerer stand in the wrong spot and get eaten by one.
Mushrooms. I'm going to put with the other mushrooms, wherever they are.
Yeah, I
And
can't remember
see.
what those ones are. Oh, okay. Now we got a
Red
monster. And
dragon.
that is an S tier monster.
I'm not going to put it where people think, though. I'm going to put it here.
The thing is, red dragons can do pretty much anything the other dragons can do. They just get the bad rap as being, I'm big dragon, fire breath, die. Blah.
If we're going to be completely honest to lore, then they would be probably
Because even though I've said, black dragon's my favorite chromatic and silvers are my
green
favorite.
is fine. But if we're going to
yeah,
think, like,
but-
if we're talking Dragon of Dragons, it's probably even stronger than the
Yeah,
Flump.
if you run a dragon themed campaign other than Tiamat, the red dragon is the final boss.
You did kill a red dragon, an adult red dragon.
That's an adult, but ancient red dragon is the boss of the dragons.
Isn't this the quasi? I honestly don't know, man. All these demons are just demons to me. They all die just as easy. T-Rex. I think we put this all the way up in S.
I mean, look, it's a big,
just
scary monster, but it's a dinosaur, and why is it in the Why is it in the? It should have its own book. Book on
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
I mean, if you look at the first edition, most of the monsters in there are dinosaurs.
I will say the T-Rex and the other dinosaurs have very good synergy with lizard folk and other jungle themed. Because for some reason we always associate dinosaurs with jungles.
I'm gonna put it down here with the Otyugh.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Bone
Devil.
Bone
They
Devil's
are very
cool.
powerful. I like
Very
them. I
cool.
put them next to the Ice Devil.
Yeah.
Which was there because they're.
I mean,
they're
Bone Devils are smart. They're intelligent. You see them in the artwork making deals.
You can and they can fit into a undead themed campaign.
Indeed. Sword.
Animated sword next to the animated armor, I guess, and the rug, because yeah.
It's a wizard minion.
It's a wizard minion, and I mean, you can have as many as you want in the room. Low level wizard boss fight is pretty cool. You don't know how to fight them. I'd put them at the top of the construct. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, right by the armor. Sword and armor.
Yeah, sword arm. Yeah,
Uh,
those things. I can't remember what that is.
Hoomst. What the fuck's that?
What is that?
Oh, that's the Githyanki. Githyanki goes above Githzeri. I would actually put them just there.
100%.
Just bottom of C. More dinosaurs. I will put with the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Right, they're big monster. Throw it enemy. Throw it group. What's that?
That is it's one of the blights. I think it's the twig blight.
Yeah, that's very dependent on where
It's
you
a forest themed monster.
He's gone. He's on there somewhere. I don't know where he's gone.
You tit.
The Leoplurodon. It's a magical Leoplurodon, Charlie. I'm losing my mind with this now. In with the monster.
You need Constitution, mate.
Revenant.
That's a Revenant.
Oh, the Revenants are cool.
I like the Revenant.
I'm gonna put them up here with the rest of the undead, maybe a bit higher.
Yeah, I'd say so. They're very good for player character story because they hunt you specifically. Now, I do not know what this next thing is.
Oops. You know what? What is this?
Yeah, those are blights. I don't know why they're
blights are fine. They do their job. In C tier they go, and that's another dinosaur for the dinosaur pile.
Pterodactyl. And there it is.
There it is. Is that every monster in 5th edition's? Near enough, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
they
are missing beasts. There's like tigers and bears. We haven't actually.
We're not going for those, man. All beasts would be sort of like C.
They've added in PNG dinosaurs, but they haven't they haven't got the bears and the tigers and the wolves and the dire wolves.
I think. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to put Flump at the top again.
Blasphemy, thanks.
I think this is okay. This is definitely an opinion-based thing of just chatting about monsters for a bit. We've been going a lot longer than I intended. This took us an hour and a half.
Well, that's a good time considering we just ranked 270 monsters.
That's not that many, is it?
Well, actually, that might not be because, as I said, they're missing out all the beasts.
Yeah, they've condensed a few things as well, I think.
They probably ran out of room. I think there's like a limit on Tier Maker to how many pictures you can upload.
This must have taken someone forever to make. Absolutely.
Yeah, because they got to get the PNGs for every single one to do.
I reckon we are done. If you enjoyed this video, please do give us a like and a subscribe. Channel memberships are now available if you also want to give me money for this whatever this is. And go ahead and subscribe over at the Brass Drake, linked below as well.
True.
And buy some dice. Go to onlycrits.com/lostlaw and use code lostlaw at checkout for a 10% discount. Sponsored. I don't know what this video was, other than we just hung out for a bit and talked about D&D.
I'm not sponsored
Yet.
I'm going to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. That's what's going to happen.
I will disown you. I've not seen many of those lately. Raid Shadow Legends sponsors. Right, other than that, go and watch Brass's actual tier lists where they are more thought out rather than just how I feel at the time.
And they're not as long.
Well.
No, they're not actually. They're usually about 40 minutes.
Indeed, there's a lot more to this one.
Yeah, if I did this one by myself, this would be a 3-hour. I'd split it into 3 parts. I would not do it all in one.
Well, thanks for joining me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Did you enjoy this video? I certainly hope you did. You might expect some music here, but YouTube really doesn't like me using royalty-free stuff and keeps flagging it. So go ahead, drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, leave me a comment. Check out my friends the Brass Drake and Dean of Untold Destiny, the little spinning heads there, and click on the other video. Please do, it really helps out the channel a lot. Have a good one.